It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
New Mano!
I know that's right. And let's get into some Yee tea. Now, SZA recently talked to Variety, and she was talking about her song Consideration, allegedly being taken by Rihanna. And here's what she had to say.
I was so just frustrated, and I felt like I'll never have anything that's cool again. I'll never make anything that's cool again. And that was so crazy and so wrong. Because it was the centerpiece to my album at the time. And for her, it was just part of her album. And I was like, please, no. I had just shot a video for it, and I was about to drop it in a couple of days. It was already done. Whatever, Conversation, label-wise, whatever was already done.
Right. I don't know how did that happen? Was it
Right, did they just give it to her?
I don't even understand.
Without her wanting that to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it was a negotiation with the label, and so I guess she ended up getting the song.
Rihanna's so strong, she's like, listen, I want that song.
Yeah, nobody's saying no to that, I feel like. So that's not an easy thing to have to come to terms with, but I guess she did. And by the way, shout out to Cher. You know she has a #1 song right now on the Billboard charts.
Really?
Yes. And that song is DJ Play a Christmas Song. It's the lead single from her first holiday album, Christmas.
Okay.
Is that crazy? She's actually had a new #1 on Billboard Songs chart in each of the 7 decades from the 1960s through the 2020s.
Decades. You hear that?
Yes.
It's never over.
You know what her first #1 was? It was I Got You, Babe, back in 1965.
I got you, baby. 1965.
Yes. So, it's still happening. All right. Devin Haney, ahead of his fight for the Junior Welterweight Championship on December 9th, he's going to be vacating his WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO belts that he earned at 135 pounds. He said he did everything he could at 135. The biggest fight for me was making that Gervonta Davis fight, and his side showed no interest in making the fight. I've outgrown the division, so now I make my quest to 140 to become a 2-division champion. So, yes, that fight is, did you want to bet on that?
No, not yet. And I'm never
Next
betting
week
you.
Before?
I'll figure it out. I'm never betting you again.
Why?
I got humiliated.
No, you just betted wrong. That's all that it was.
That's crazy. Then you try to get me beat up.
How? Oh.
You forgot?
Yeah, no,
My
I didn't
bud,
forget.
you tried to
I
get me
didn't really
attacked.
try to get you beat up. All right. Well, speaking of people going back and forth, apparently Keri Hilson and Teairra Marie are having some issues. Now, Keri Hilson was on the R&B Money podcast, and she was recounting a story of something that happened to her, previously back in the day. I guess, now I didn't realize that she was talking about Teairra Marie, but everybody was tagging Teairra Marie, I guess, knowing that she was talking about her. But it was a situation where I guess she felt like Teairra Marie was trying to play her. She said she almost got into a fight with Teairra Marie back in the day. She detailed the time about a singer being disrespectful at her show. And do you know how she described who she is? She said she's pretty insignificant.
How she know that she was talking about her, though?
At this point. Do we have the audio for that? Yes? Okay, here's what Keri Hilson had to say on the R&B Money podcast.
When you're a performer, we know how important it is to give love to other performers.
Yes.
Especially when you happen to be sitting on the front row at their show. I remember just this, I don't want to be here energy. I don't know why I'm here. She was with a gentleman, and I felt disrespected by that. So when they came to my dressing room backstage, I said something, and we almost got to scrapping.
All right, well, Teairra Marie responded. She said, y'all people got to leave me alone. I don't bother anybody. Just leave me the F alone. So now, Keri, what's up? You want to fight or do you not want to fight? Because I'm going to whip your ass when I see you. I'm sick of you people bothering me. You had a whole different story when I was in your face. You're a liar, B.
Okay.
So there's no question who it is now, I guess.
Do
yes.
you want to fight?
By the way, though, if somebody had some bad energy and they were in the front row, she could have been having some issues with her man that had nothing. You know how you're...
Could be issues with, when it comes to a woman, it could be issues with the wig.
Or it could be the guy she was with because she was with a gentleman. Maybe they were getting into it, and sometimes that might throw your energy off.
What did she say she was doing?
She just was in the front row, I guess, with no energy and maybe an attitude.
Really?
But she did still come backstage after the show You wouldn't do that if you had an issue, right, with somebody?
Not at all.
Not at all. All right, well, that is your Yeetie, and we do have Under the Radar coming back. Those are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar right now. Let's get into some Lil Wayne. This is a classic, Lollipop, and yeah, let's do it. Way up.